To move well and protect our lower backs, we need core strength, control and coordination around 4 joints. At BT Pilates, to achieve this we use a 6-point checklist. Points 1 to 3 are about avoiding extremes of movement around the base of the spine. Point 4 covers the necessary muscle strength, while point 5 is about being tall, relaxed, and attentive to our environment. Point 6 is about joint flexibility in joints above and below the core. Since Pilates is a thinking workout, for each exercise we will be asking you which core control strategy you think it is. You might have guessed I'm quite keen to talk about, stability at the core of the body. Core of an apple, you know what to do here? Right, so this distance between hips and ribs both sides is the same. The belt line is perpendicular to the spine, or is it? I like to, you see I've got the elbows out to the side here, and that's just giving me a little bit of help to know, is it all squared off? Belt line. Okay, I think we got it. There's a nice little workout for your knee. So if we got about to 7, there we go. Okay, and we'll do the other side. So when it comes to stability at the very base of your spine, we're looking at the 2 lower spinal joints and 2 sacral joints, 4 joints. We want to know that there's a little strength and coordination, stability around those, while the joints below, like hip joints, and the joints above, like mid-spine, they can move a little bit more, they're allowed to. We're certainly making this hip joint move a bit more here. All right. So is that staying squared off? You have to slow it down so you're aware. So there's no side twists, hips hiking. I know that this side of me is not as well coordinated, and making this knee come a little higher here, I'm struggling to keep everything coordinated. How about you? It's like, okay. So for the split squat, I'm just going to face the screen. There we go. Now, most of the good work here can happen at the top of the split squat. There we go. I'm keeping the weight towards the back. All the body parts are going up and down, like a yo-yo on a string, vertically up and down. Keep the weight towards the back. Belt line, okay. Knees in alignment, knee going forward over the 3rd toe. If I just come over it, is the knee going over more or less over the 3rd toe? It's not crooked, leg is not crooked. As soon as the leg goes out, the belt line's lost. Just everything's squared off and the lines tracking, the legs tracking in straight lines. All right, we'll just hold there, just pause there. And we can check to see that the glutes are working. Now, the one with the forward leg should be working a bit anyway. The other should be possibly a jelly glute. So firm them up for a count of 6. Squeezing a credit card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we good for the other side? Firming up a glute. That's a good core strength thing to do. Okay, so I'm going up and down vertically. I'm not coming forward. I think you can probably see that. The weight, when I'm down, it's feeling it's on the back leg. What I notice here is I got a little bit of a knee coming over, so I'll work at that, see if I can get that pretty much straight. So when we've got the knee tracking on the back leg, when the knee's coming down in line with the 3rd toe, well, the weight on the balls of the toes will be about 2nd or 3rd ball of toe back there. If it's, that's obviously inside of foot.
and that's outside of foot. It should feel the most comfortable when you're about second or third ball or toe, and if you look in the mirror, that's lined up right. All right, down we go. Squeeze the glutes. This one's already working with the front leg. Squeeze, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll pull the mat out. Tall kneeling, two tall kneeling exercises. Quad stretch. Can we do a quad stretch with a nice stable core? As in not, as in not wagging our tails. So quad stretch. There we go. Now, I could give in to the tightness in front of the hip and poke my tailbone back, but I won't. I'll tuck my tailbone a little, feel the stretch. Can you add in a glute squeeze now as well? Okay, squeeze, that pushes the hip forward, and that lower spine is now all the joints in the very middle of their range of movement. Very safe place for a joint to be in the middle of its range of movement. Squeeze the glute, push, 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 and you might bend your elbow a little. So in terms of having a nice safe core or center of body, if you've got the nice postural lift and you're shining your persona forward, your head and your chest forward, everything just lifts and the core is in a nice, comfortable, safe place. I'm going to switch over now. So other side. Right, it's always tight in front, right? I'm going to come around. So it wants to sink back a bit, and it's like if I had a peacock tail, it'd be up in the air now. So I tuck my tail in like a scalded whippet, squeeze the glutes, and this crease of hip in the top of the thigh is pressing forward. Yeah, squeeze. Okay. So for the rolling Sir Galahad, I'll have a chair seat handy, but you don't absolutely need that. Yeah, a little squeeze there. Okay, good, checking in. I have a chair seat handy, but you don't absolutely need that. So I want to have the chair side leg forward. This is just my nuance because I'm free with the spare hand on the thigh. Foot's forward, press the front of the foot into the ground, curl the toes in. Curl the toes in. Keep them curled in. So you're really working that ankle and foot now. And there we go forward. And you can push with the front of the foot to push you back. So we're really getting the ability of that front of foot to stay down. If you're running down a steep hill, this is going to be really useful. It's like core control at the center of your ankle. So the front of the foot's pushing down. All right, so let's just try that a few times. You can notice where I've got my tailbone kicking up there, and here I've got my tailbone tucked. We are waggling our tail somewhat, but because the thigh's forward, the thigh's back, it's limiting the range of movement in the base of the spine to a safe amount. So we've got safe mobility because one thigh forward. It's not going to overdo it. Let's go for it. Forward. Pubic bone sinks down. Manubrium bone lifts. And looking up to the top of the ceiling. Go back, look at the foot, and press the front into the ground. Now, this hand, you might like to think about doing fly fishing as you push the front of your foot into the ground. And so you can value quite a lot of movement in your ribs and your spine here because one leg forward, one back. We've got the safety factor there. We're minimizing the movement of those lower four joints to a point where they're mostly comfortable. Yeah, you can really flexy through your spine and your ribs. You can have smiley cheeks to get your cheeks flexible as well. I'm going to switch over shortly. It's quite nice to have that chair seat there. I'm going to bring it over. All right, just a quick review. Chair side leg forward, hand on that vertical thigh, on this back leg thigh. There, we're in position. Foot, press the front of the foot in, and away we go. Look down at the foot when you're back, look up to the top of the wall when you're forward, and you value how much movement can you get in your spine? I hope that you're staying tall. You probably will be. All right, pushing the front of the foot into the ground. My big toe doesn't want to curl into the ground here. Get down, your toe. So maybe you've got a lazy big toe as well. It's only been lazy 60 years. Still got 10 years to teach it what to do. Okay. So you got that beautiful flexibility, I hope. Just checking in, the pubic bone sank down, the manubrium bones, you've got the banana curve on the front of your body and right down into your thigh. I'm going to go onto all fours now. I'm starting with the toes back and enjoying the stretch in front of the ankles and over the knees. You do go down to